Is Maya 256 here. So, oh yes, as I promised you guys, I'm going to release a video telling you how you can shower without water, how you can bathe without water. You know, you can live a life without water apart from having it to quench thirst. So you can live without showering. Actually, we are heading to winter, so I feel this video will really be so much of a good use to you guys. So how can you shower without water? Besides the Islamic teaching of having tayammum and not using water when you don't have it, this is when you have the water with you. You have the water. It's not that you're out or you're undergoing a scarcity, but you have the water, but you don't want to use it. Have you noticed that when you go to have a shower, be it you're using a bucket or you're using a shower or I don't know, jerrycan or anything? Yes. Did you realize that when you're taking shower, most of the water is just flowing down, right? So it means you can shower without water. Okay, so I attended a conference having a title of Solidarity for Sustainability. This is more like reducing on the wastes and having a sustainable environment. So we have major that talked about water is one of the major pollutants we have. This water is one of the things that really cause our dirty, disorganized, or however, it's partly good for the body and the health. Yeah. Me personally, I'm trying out how to shower without water, how to take a bath without water. Guys, here is how we take a bath without water. Listen and practice. Give me your comments or say something about this in the comment section. Yes, so I'm sharing you guys the conference I attended so that you can hear it yourself of how you can share without water. Ta-da!
What is happening? What are the kind of challenges people face? I came back with an idea that whether is it possible to take bath without water. I mean, that was a kind of a project which I wanted to pick. I came back to IIT Delhi, requested our professors that, okay, look, I want to do this because as you all know, we're talking of course about sustainability, water conservation, energy conservation. We all have been talking everything, right? The idea here is that whether this conversation, unless we will not bring into practicality, how would we actually going to even implement it? Saying, it's very easy. Even, I sometimes, is like a thinking in my mind, I see, okay, don't use single use of water, single use of plastic. But my question is, what should I do? That's the only option I have, right? So, by saying that this is not to be done, I don't think so that is a solution of this problem, okay? So the idea was very simple, that we need to bring options for you and me, then only things will fall in place. And then only, the topic which we are today touching on, sustainability, would actually bring into a live session, and then we have to find this, opportunity to implement it. I think then we will be able to bring some impact, okay? So when I came back, I think it's like almost 7 odd years, everybody was against me for a simple reason that, first of all, today if I say I want to build a car which will fly, it's very difficult to accept because this is not happening, okay? So something when you have to go against a natural process which is not too much acceptable in the industry. So I was told, look, this is not possible, you should not do it, you are wasting your time. In fact, being a first generation entrepreneur, I was raising venture capital. I was told that, okay, who is going to take a bath without water? We have a lot of water. Let it be India, Europe, all across, right? I mean, maybe some of the folks from Africa may understand the value of water here. Patient who's in bed cannot take bath for 5 days. Okay. Alternatively, options were available: sponge bathing. Siachen, if you look at -30, no water available. They were using oil pipelines to convert ice into water and using as in sponge bathing. Sponge is banned in many countries. Why? Because you dip same sponge again and again in the contaminated water. You take bacteria from the water and body and then use the same water again and again. So I realized, I think that was the only option. I would say a sponge bathing which was available, and that is why I think that was only used. Let it be a large hospital, a small hospital, or defense forces. It was very difficult for me to go against this, but we spent almost 3 odd years in early days building this technology. And technology, we have seen a lot of innovation in a space called fintech, in tech, where you see food delivered to your place, right? You buying something from Amazon quickly. That's a tech. Paytm. We have seen all those space. The idea is, can we not do something in a personal care space, which is more a hygiene, which is your everyday need? Okay, it may not be you. There is always a market. I think with that thought, we were the first one in India who got patent for 152 countries to got into a technology called waterless. And the idea was building, let it be aviation, let it be a hygiene, let it be anywhere, right? Wherever we can replace water and can happen without water, we should do it. Why I'm touching, trying to correlate with this live example, because I mean that's what my view, because I feel it is more relatable and for all of you, because unless it is you're not bringing something into implementation, my point is we will definitely discuss that what we are supposed to do, but you are the only people who are going to pick something from all these challenges. We all know UNDP 2030 goals, right? You need to pick one challenge and solve that problem and go into implementation, go deep dive, go full-fledged, right? And I think then only you can bring some impact on that particular goal. And I think that is what is the aim here as well. So I think few of the learning or being student side, because of course being lifelong learner, you guys in a stage where I think you are supposed to scale your, maybe start your venture or do something deep dive into it. So my view is something you need to get deep dive into is always, I mean, to be honest, take that one learning that do not listen to anyone. Do what you think right, what is right. Because I don't think so 99.9% is going to say, okay, this is new, you can do it. 99.9% you're going to hear 90% water doesn't touch your body. That is the research. So that water goes directly to the drain. It's an experience which is actually you're enjoying when you're bathing. It's not the real problem which is removing your bacterial load, dirt, oil, grease molecule from the body. So if you look at that standpoint, that means when only 10% water is touching your body and you're still taking bath. So therefore what we realized, that means water is not even required for bathing. So what we have launched a campaign called Try the Dry Way. Okay? So what it means is, it's a spray. And the idea of, building that spray is more like you use perfume, right? So you spray, and the formulation was, of course, we are formulators. The formulation was done in such a way that absorb your body dust, oil, grease, and kill those bacteria in your body so that you can remain healthy, and then just wipe it off. Okay? So that's a procedure. So, and the ideal way, I mean, because bathing is a luxury. And now when you look at you and me, we have those opportunity to take a bath. So imagine a situation like Siachen where it's -30, or a patient who's in bed where accessibility of water was not there. So therefore what was important for them is to control that bacterial load on the body so that the person should recover fast and those bacteria on body should be killed. I think that's a kind of a use case around, and that is a kind of a solution also. It's just spray and wipe, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, one
Sure,
more
I have
question
answered.
we can take from this side. Yes. Ma'am.